This video is about to get very surgical, so stay with me, okay? But I think there's a specific reason that Playboi Carti decided to drop his album today, of all of the days that he could have dropped it. Now, before we get into that, you got to remember, there have been multiple release dates of when this album was supposed to come out. Even as far as announcing the date, that date coming and the album not coming out. You see what I'm saying? And it got to the point where the label had to literally tell him, bro, you have like 10 days to put this album out, bro. You got like 10 days to put this album out, bro. You got to drop it. You see what I'm saying? And therefore, it's coming out. But also, the irony of releasing it today is something special is happening today. Something that is a rare occurrence is happening today as well. And is it a coincidence? I don't think so. I think this was calculated. You see what I'm saying? And that's exactly what we're about to get into. Boy, it's about to get surgical. It's about to get surgical. Now, the rare occurrence that's happening today is what we call a blood moon. Okay? And ironically, this blood moon is supposed to take place at 11:57 p.m. Eastern time today. 11:57 Eastern time today. And the blood moon will go all the way in to 6 a.m. Eastern time tomorrow. You can't tell me this is a coincidence. And when I start to break this down, I think you'll start to agree, especially if you don't understand the significance of a blood moon. You see what I'm saying? Let's talk about it. First, we got to reference how significant the blood moon is in religion and culture in general. There's also a scientific explanation, but there's a religious and cultural explanation as well. And first, I want to start off with even the Bible talks about the blood moon. Even the Bible. Joel 2:31, the sun shall be turned into darkness and the moon into blood before the great and terrible day of the Lord come. It shall come to pass that whoever shall call on the name of the Lord shall be delivered. For in Mount Zion and in Jerusalem shall be deliverance, as the Lord has said, and in the remnant whom the Lord shall call. Okay? Now that's not to say, oh, you know what I'm saying? That's just to show you that the significance of this blood moon is serious. It's even in the Bible. Now, I found this article too. You know, I was looking through some articles to see which ones that I think would describe it clearly. Now, scientifically, a blood moon is really just the result of a total lunar eclipse. You know what I'm saying? So where the earth completely blocks direct sunlight from reaching the moon. And because of this, you know what I'm saying, there's certain wavelengths that push out blue and green and longer wavelengths that push out red and orange to shine through, which gives it that tint of red. You see what I'm saying? And it's easily explained in physics, but then you start talking about symbolism, culture, religion, and that's what this video is about. The spiritual significance across cultures and religions. The blood moon has long been as a symbol of powerful cosmic forces at play. In ancient cultures such as the Mayans and the Greeks, lunar eclipses were seen as omens. Some viewed the blood moon as a sign of divine judgment or a harbinger of significant change, while others saw it as a call for deep introspection or spiritual cleansing. So this is just basically talking about how some cultures seen it as something that said that a massive change is coming, a transformation, so to speak, is coming, and others saw it as a time to sit down, slow down, and deeply reflect or get introspective, right? For example, in Native American traditions, the lunar eclipse was believed to be the moon being swallowed by mythical beasts, signaling that a time for people to reflect on their lives and seek protection from negative forces. The event was viewed as a cleansing moment. One that allowed for the release of old stagnant energy and the embrace of new opportunities. Several tribes also associated lunar eclipses with the end of old cycles and the beginning of new ones. And they used the time to engage in communal prayers and purification rituals. Oh yeah, it's finna get surgical. In African cultures, the blood moon is often associated with ancestral spirits. It is believed that during an eclipse, the ancestors are more present and accessible, guiding the living through the periods of change or transformation. Many African rituals during a lunar eclipse involve prayer, offerings, and deep meditation, asking for wisdom and protection from the spirits of the past. Some African tribes even use the blood moon as a signal to end certain practices and make significant life decisions, such as preparing for a rite of passage or community event. And what is the album dropping? It could be considered a lot of those things, especially a community event, okay? Now, the reason why I wanted to bring this up is because Kendrick Lamar is supposed to be on this album as well, okay? And not only does this align with what his message has been as far as watching the party die and all this stuff, right? It's the fact that if we're talking about the new age of hip-hop, the purification of hip-hop, the irony that Kendrick Lamar is on an album that's dropping the same day that on a blood moon that represents the purification of old cycles and stepping into new cycles. You see what I'm saying? We've been watching artists, you know what I mean, like Drake, for example, who have been using the PR machine to push his album, paying for content creators to do trends and all this different stuff, which is, you know, part of marketing and stuff. But I think the reason why it didn't resonate with people so much is because that's a thing of the past. There's a new sound and a new wave and a new way of getting these things across. You see what I'm saying? Now, some of y'all might say, isn't that a little hypocritical considering that Playboi Carti doesn't really make conscious music and stuff like that? I don't think this is always about somebody making conscious music. I think it's about where it's coming from and is it reality? You see what I'm saying? Because even in our culture, partying, dancing, clubbing, all this different stuff is a part of our culture. Like we, you know what I'm saying? These are the things we do. It's not like these are negative things. Anything in overconsumption is bad, of course, though. You see what I'm saying? But it's ours, though. And that's the point. You see what I'm saying? And I believe that Playboi Carti dropped this album to take advantage of the massive energy that's supposed to be in the air. Because energy, frequencies, everything is supposed to be magnified today. And what better way to drop your album that is most likely going to be a bunch of high energy bangers, especially when if you got Kendrick Lamar on there doing what they saying that he's supposed to be doing on there. The perfect day to amplify that type of energy, bruh, under the blood moon. You see what I'm saying? And some of y'all gonna say that I'm thinking way too deep into this. That's okay. I love thinking deeply into things. You know what I'm saying? It's possible that's not the case. But why not theorize and just think about stuff like this? And then in the same process, learn. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not mad at it. I think this is why he dropped today. To take advantage of all of the things that is coming up. For Hindus, lunar eclipses are an opportunity to purify oneself from negative karma and sins. During these times, they often perform rituals as taking ritual baths or meditating to cleanse the body and spirit. Come on, man. This is not just about a physical release, but a spiritual one. Letting go of toxic thoughts, relationships, or habits that no longer serve or higher purpose. You see what I'm saying? Bro, maybe it was a coincidence, but even that coincidence isn't a coincidence. Maybe it wasn't intentional, but even then, it's still intentional. You see what I'm saying? It might not have been intentional by them, but it might have been intentional by the forces. And this is why I think he's dropping that album. You see what I'm saying? Today. Also, it's ruined. Well, I don't want to say ruined because Hitta said that he put the Playboi Carti and Kendrick Lamar together to make this song. He's the one that encouraged this. And this is after DJ Academics, which is not a reliable source, say that Kendrick Lamar is on the album. And a bunch of other sources that I trust on Twitter also confirming that Kendrick Lamar is on the album. You see what I'm saying? So I feel like, bro, this is why they did it. And if you want to go check out my video that I just dropped a few hours ago, I really appreciate it. As long as y'all check out the videos I dropped before, I can drop as constantly as I want to. But I can't drop as much if y'all don't check out the videos I dropped, you know, right before I drop these new ones. So go check this video out too, all right? I don't want to mess with my own algorithm, but I want to give y'all great content constantly. You feel me? Also, if you love storytelling like Brenda's Got a Baby or by Tupac or Sing About Me by Kendrick Lamar, I think you're going to love this live performance called The Vocal Cords of a Broken Woman that I put out. And the reason why I say I think you're going to like it is because the people are speaking on it and saying they love it. You feel me? So give it a chance. Thank you to everybody that's been streaming it on all platforms. It's going up. Appreciate y'all. But yeah, bro, let me know what y'all think. Y'all think I'm thinking too deeply? If I am, that's okay. We just having fun. You feel me? Let me know what y'all think. And I'll talk to y'all soon, man. Love y'all. Like, comment, subscribe. Especially you new. We less than 100 subscribers away from 50,000. Let's get it.